Good morning, everybody. We'll bring this down a little. And if you're ready, welcome to Monday Morning Yoga. This is a slow, gentle practice today. With the playlist of my music is the breeze blowing on my back, the birds chirping in the trees. We're out in nature at Evergreen Park, one of my favorite places. So thank you for joining me today. My name's Mike, and this yoga class is one of several classes that we have on the calendar throughout the week to support PYSB Prison Yoga Santa Barbara.org. Look this up on our Facebook page if you have an opportunity and the means to donate. We have an $8.88 suggested donation for today's class. I'm not sure where the 888 comes from. I'll have to ask Ginny about that. But if you have $8.88 to donate via Venmo or directly to the Prison Yoga Project website, look us up. If you found this class, then you likely know where to go to donate to us. So thank you so much. This is a volunteer opportunity for me, and I appreciate you guys being here this morning. Hoping you can hear me okay. So I'm a little bit away from the camera. So if you're ready, let's sit comfortably, and I'll review with you what is yoga, what are the elements of a yoga practice, of the physical practice of yoga, which is what we're doing today. But I'm kneeling right now, so you can kneel on your mat or you could sit in a cross-leg position. Kneeling is called hero pose, lifting my shoulders up and back. Sitting cross-leg is called an easy pose. Easy pose is one of those.
Hey, Mike, are you recording? Sorry, Mike, are you recording?
Because when I first started yoga in 2004, at the age of 44, I didn't think there was anything easy about that position. So I was like, who named it easy pose, right? You're asking me with all the muscles on my body to sit comfortably in easy pose and just settle in. It's like my back is killing me after 20 seconds because I've got a lot of muscle on my body. So a lot of men who take up yoga, especially at a later age like I did, they wonder why these poses are named the way they are. So I make sure I acknowledge that. If you wanted to make easy pose easier, take your legs out here and lean forward a little bit, okay? Simple solution. So if anything in yoga feels wrong on your body or feels unnatural or it could cause some problems, get out of that position immediately. There's no requirement. I've been to so many classes where the teacher just has us sit here with no permission. They don't give us permission to change positions if we need to. Now, another way that would make easy pose doable would be to sit on a stack of pillows or I could lean my back against the tree. Now we're talking about a nice comfortable position I can hold for several minutes. So because I'm not using my yoga block this morning, I'm going to get out of easy pose because it still does make my back a little tight, especially first thing in the morning. And I'm settling in hero pose, which is a kneeling position. Let's roll the shoulders and just see if you're aware of any tension in your neck, shoulder area. Rolling the shoulders up and back, up and forward. This also helps me to achieve better alignment with my spine on the mat. There's all kinds of instructions on how we're supposed to sit, but just try to sit tall. Then I'm going to make 3 shifts with you this morning, as in shifting gears. The first shift is to shift our attention away from the outer world and bring it to the mat. Bring it to your present moment on the mat. That's the first shift I'm going to ask you to take with me right now. The second shift is going to be a shift in our limbic system through intentional breathing techniques, through mindful breathing. It's a huge part of yoga. So I'm going to suggest, if it works for you, to breathe in through your nostrils as deeply as you can. Soft pause at the top of your breath, and then exhale through your mouth. That's called a cleansing breath. It's that deep inhale through the nose, and sort of a forceful exhale through the mouth. Let's try that again. You can put a sound to that if you want to. Inhale. Pause and sigh out the breath. And for me, it's kind of a signal to myself to let go of any distractions. I have permission to just concentrate on my own self, my own body, my own yoga practice for the next hour. Kind of tuning everything out. I'm coming into a different state of mind on my mat. So that's cleansing breath is a reminder. It's an auditory reminder like, oh, time for yoga, time for me, time for my own self-care. And then the third shift we're gonna do is we're gonna soften the muscles. So first shift, change your attention. We change our mental awareness and bring it to a central focus. Second shift, breathe and reset your limbic system to a relaxed state or a more relaxed state. Third shift is to soften the body, the muscles in your body. So we'll start with that third shift by just sort of relaxing the scalp and the muscles around your eyes and unhinge your jaw. And relax your shoulder. Maybe tilt the chin slightly down. And the hands can rest in your lap. There are detailed instructions on hand positions when we meditate. I'm just going to suggest to you that you put your hands where they naturally seem to fall. Maybe on the earth, maybe on your legs, maybe in your lap. Close your eyes if you want to. And we'll return our attention to our breathing. Deep inhale this time. And now a long and slow, sustained, lengthy exhale. Slow down the exhale. And you can breathe in and out through your nostrils if that works for you. Deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. This is called Ujjayi breathing. So it's the long breath of yoga. That is one of the major elements of a yoga practice. Let's do that again. Deep inhale. This time as you exhale, relax your head over to the side. Let's start to stretch our neck a little bit. It might feel good to reach up with your fingertips and just apply a little pressure to the trapezius, shoulder area, neck area, as you let the weight of your head lengthen your neck. Inhale again. And exhale, and just relax your hand back down. And let's just roll our chin to center. Relax your chin down on your chest. And with your chin down, shift your head a little side to side. Take your time. And let go of the tightness in your muscles. Inhale again. Slowly exhale. Bring the head over to the other side. Let your head hang to the side. And maybe it feels good to reach your hand across. And just press down a little bit into the shoulder and trapezius muscle. A lot of symbolism here. So we tend to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. So we want to start our practice with letting that go. Letting the tension out of our body, out of our neck and shoulders. And just slowing ourselves down a little bit. Now let's bring our hand back down and we're going to roll the chin across, roll your head across the other side. Let's just continue a couple more times so the head circles. Maybe it feels good to go behind your shoulder. We're just kind of easing into our day this morning, so it's a gentle practice today. So do what feels right to you. And when you're ready, bring your head back to the center. Slowly start to open your eyes, and this is where we kind of bring ourselves back from our little relaxation of the shoulders and neck. And we're going to do a little ritual that I like to start class with, bringing the hands up together. Hands coming into your heart. If you're new to yoga, there's a chakra system that that has deep meaningful information. And the heart chakra to a yogi or a person in the healing profession is the center of unconditional love and compassion. And it's located right at our sternum. So we bring our thumbs into that energy point called the heart chakra. Look at our hands and we acknowledge our own inner light, our own worthiness, and all the goodness that's glowing like a flame, flowing like a flame inside of us. So as you look at your own hands this morning, can you acknowledge that? Can you remind yourself of your own beauty, your own worthiness? That you are enough. So it's self-acceptance part of yoga. And I'll talk some more about that. Let's inhale. Exhale and release your hands back down. We work with a lot of, we work with inmates at the county jail and other facilities. And I've been teaching for several years, hundreds of classes. And sometimes an inmate I'll see him looking at his hands in his heart, and maybe he'll start crying a little bit. He's recognizing maybe for the first time or the first time in a long time, his existence has value. His life has meaning. He has beauty inside of him. Yoga is very important. It's very, very big on self-love, self-acceptance. We're constantly working on it. Okay, so I want you to think of that this morning as well. Are you ready to start to move now? That's our little centering ceremony. Thank you for joining me on that. I'm going to switch it around. I'm going to come into easy pose now because now it's going to feel a little different as we start to move. So I'm in a cross-leg position. And we're going to inhale the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale and stretch forward right down the middle. It's a forward fold. The ancient practice of yoga, while we stretch, I'm going to teach and talk a little. It's about 25 centuries old, developed as a system to prepare oneself for meditation. We'll talk some more about that. Let's walk the hands over to the side as you stretch down and forward. Trying to keep your sits bones down on the ground, on the mat, on the floor, on the earth. I'm going to inhale up and exhale and walk my hands to the other side and stretch to the side. Then coming back to the center, and usually I can get a little deeper stretch down the middle after doing the side stretch. Bring my elbows down, chin down. And we'll inhale and walk our hands back up. Now the counter stretch to this is going to take our spine the other direction. So I'm going to uncross my legs, scoot forward a bit, and lay flat on my back with my feet planted on the mat. And touching your heels, inhale, exhale, and bridge up. Arch upward. Open everything back up. Just move it around if that feels good. Inhale again. Exhale, slowly coming back down to the ground, all the way back down. We're going to bring our knees into our hands. Just roll around a little bit. Roll around, relax your back, massage your back. And then we're going to use our abs and our strength and come back up. 1, 2, 3. Back up. Sometimes people aren't awake enough and I have to throw them a yoga strap and pull them back up off the mat. It happens. All right, let's inhale back up. Exhale and fold one more time. And then coming back up. Good. Roll the shoulders again. See if that's starting to feel better. See if you're starting to limber and loosen up. All right, let's inhale. Draw the belly in. Just try to hold the belly in as you exhale. Roll your body slowly. Let's do 3 wide circles with your body. It might feel better. Take your legs out to the side. But try to continue to breathe with me. Exhaling down here. I'm going to inhale as I come back up. And then changing directions the other way. Slow, wide circle. There was a rain last night, and there are just some beautiful clouds in the sky right in front of me. I'll show you later on. It's a beautiful morning with the fresh air, breeze blowing. All right, I'm appreciating being out in nature today. Let's bring it out of a cross-legged sitting position. We're going to come up to a kneeling position, and we're going to do cat pose and cow pose, okay? All right, inhale with me. As we exhale, we're going to round our back and bring the pelvis forward and your chin down. Now I can hold it here, or I can move around and hold that rounded back position. This feels really good to me. So I'm making a couple of circles in each direction. And I'll come back and lift my eyes upward. Inhale, arch my back, and this is called cow. And again, a little circular motion helps me to just kind of wake up and stretch some rib muscles and some abdominals a little more. Let's exhale back down to cat. Inhale, cow. And one more time, exhale down. Inhale. Good. Now we're going to work a little harder. Are you ready? Take your right leg back behind you. Extend your leg back. Reach your left arm forward. We're messing with your balance, especially if you're outdoors on mushy grass like I am. Inhale. Exhale and bring everything together with your chin down. Inhale and reach back out 3 times. Exhale. Inhale, one more. Exhale. Inhale. And come back to all fours. And we'll inhale. Exhale to cat pose. Inhale, cow. And then exhale back to that flat back, neutral spine position. We're going to take the left leg back now. Reaching your right arm forward. It's called sunbird, by the way. Inhale. Exhale together. Inhale, 3 times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale again. Inhale. And exhale down to all fours. We're going to take our knees out wide, big toes touching, and sit down in child pose. Just drop down and relax. Child pose is also known as Balasana. And it's a good position to come to in any yoga class anytime you feel like it. Resting, it's a good option for just sinking down, melting down into your mat, relaxing everything. I'm going to do a stretch with you if you're ready. And I always say if you're ready because you may feel like holding a pose or a stretch long. So you don't have to go at my pace, okay? If something feels good, just stay there for a while and you can catch up to me later. But let's walk our hands over, if you're ready, to the right side. We're going to see if we can come off the mat. Left hand on top of your right hand. And just get down low to the mat again. Stretch it out. I'm kind of moving my hips around to get a little more stretch on my shoulder on them. Let's take it to the left side. Right hand on top of your left hand. Sink down low to the mat. Move around as it feels good. And then we'll come back to the center of the mat. Now, I'm going to bring you guys up to all fours and then just come forward to your belly. And pull up a mat. I have extras. And then we're coming to Cobra Pose next. Dogs love yoga. I see one of my yoga students over here. She's waving at me, and I told her I have extra mats in my trunk of my car. And her little dog wants to come do yoga with us. Good morning. All right, let's bring it all the way back to child pose, you guys. Cobra Pose, by the way, was just to let our back go the other direction. You may not be ready to arch up. You may feel like staying lower to the ground on that, so you can do a low cobra. But come back to child pose when you're ready. Relax for one more breath. Then we're going to come up onto our feet, our hands on our feet next. Here. When you're ready, inhale to all fours. Curl your toes under. Exhale and press up into downward facing dog. Down dog, we're going to stretch the back of our legs. Just bring one heel down and the other. So it's called walking the dog, which is appropriate for Evergreen Park. Because I know a lot of dogs out here who walk their owners. So maybe we should call this walking the owner. Who's walking who, right? So I'm stretching the back of my legs, bringing one heel down at a time. And then let's go up on our toes a couple times. And wake up our ankles a little bit. I'm going to have you inhale forward to plank position. A little more work here. Exhale back to down dog. And then walk your feet forward to your hands. Now we're stretching right down the middle. And if you're not ready for a deep stretch this morning, hang out right here. It's fine. I'm bending my knees. I got my hands here. I can maybe just ease my way down if I'm ready for a deeper stretch. I can come into a lower stretch if I want to. But again, I'm bending my knees. You know, letting the knees stay soft to protect my low back. Some people like the deeper stretching and they're ready for that earlier on. Bring the elbows into your hands and that intensifies and deepens your stretch. It's called Ragdoll Pose. I'm taking my body side to side. And some people like to take the hands behind and start working on the shoulders. And that will also intensify the stretch. Side to side, the shoulder stretch. And releasing your hands back down when you're ready. Your knees slightly bent. We're going to slowly rise up. Up slow to mountain pose, also known as Tadasana. It's a pose of empowerment. I want you to feel tall and solid on the earth, right, in mountain pose. A lot of people we work with who are incarcerated also have a background of addiction to substances. And I have special training in addressing recovery from addiction through the yoga practice. This is one of the key poses in that practice. Getting people strong and tall and back on their feet and getting their power back rather than giving their power away to that addiction. So there's a lot of deep meaning behind a lot of these ancient poses and postures. All right, from here, we're going to do a sequence called Sun Salutations, and it's meant to finish warming your body up. So from mountain pose, belly in, glutes engaged, standing tall. Inhale your arms up. If it feels good, you can lean back. If that hurts your back, don't lean back. Exhale and dive down to the ground. We're going to inhale and back off and come halfway up. It's called a half lift. I can put my hands here or here. Then exhale back down. I'm going to have you step back to down dog. Roll up onto your toes. Roll forward to plank. If you want to do gentle yoga, kneel down right now. Kneeling. Then we're gonna go from high plank to low plank. It's called chaturanga, high to low. And we come back up to low cobra or up dog, where I bring my legs off the mat. Then we step back to our toes and exhale back to down dog. That whole sequence is a sun salutation. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Are you ready? So bend your legs, look toward your hands, step or jump forward, back to forward fold. Inhale, rising halfway up. Exhale, back down. Inhale all the way up. I can bend my knees as I rise up, which supports my low spine. Exhale and bring your hands into your heart. Inhale back up. Exhale and dive down. Here comes the sun again. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Step or jump to down dog. Roll forward to plank. Lower the whole body together. Chaturanga. Some people come down and they don't touch the mat. They press right into up dog. It takes more strength to do that. Exhale, back to down dog. One more time. Look at your hands. Step or float forward. Back to your hands. Forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale up, faster. Lean back if it feels good. Exhale, hands to your heart. Belly is in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale halfway. Exhale. Step or float back to down dog. Roll to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Let's walk our feet forward to our hands. Forward fold. We're going to slowly stand all the way back up. And reset. Inhale. And exhale back to mountain pose. How are we doing so far? Good. I'm going at an intentionally slow, methodical pace, which is really nice from my normal teaching style. Yesterday, I had a 90-minute power yoga class. Go, 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 go. And this is a gentler, slower yoga. Still addressing every muscle in your body. Let's do a quick side stretch. Hold your belly in. Let's put the right arm down. Inhale your left arm up. As you exhale, just walk the right fingertips down the side of your body toward your knee. See how far you can stretch to the side. And then inhale back up. Drop your left arm. Inhale your right arm and exhale. Walking the left hand down your knee. Stretching to the side. Inhale back up. Exhale back to the center. I'm going to do a real simple sequence with you now. I want to get your legs a little more warmed up, but it's going to be a little more difficult and challenging. So let's step back with the left leg. And we're going to come into a standing lunge. I am letting both knees bend. Okay, and then we'll reach to the sky from there. I'm going to open the elbows, drop the elbows and open the chest. Excuse me. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale. Are you ready? We're going to exhale and lift our back toe up and off the ground. Now, if you can, drop the arms and dive a little deeper. I'm bending my front leg slightly, bending my knee, which helps me with my balance. Come back and step both feet together. How'd that go for you? All right, step back right leg. Standing lunge, reach to the sky. Drop the elbows, open your chest, squeeze the glutes. Inhale. Exhale, moving forward and lift into warrior three. Bend your front leg a little if you want to. And you can take your arms behind and dive deeper. Come back, both feet together. And one more time on each side. Left leg back. Standing lunge. Both knees bending. Elbows drop. Squeeze. Inhale. Exhale and fly. Good. You got this. Drop your arms, dive a little deeper. Working your legs right now. Step both feet back together. Last one, right leg back. Reach. Excuse me. Lunging, solid lunge. Open. Inhale. Exhale and lift into warrior three. Here or here. Stepping both feet back together. That's the hardest thing we're going to do today. Well done. Now we're going to stretch those same muscles. Inhale up. Exhale down. Step back left foot and kneel down on your mat. Now we're back in a lunge, but this is a low lunge. And we were doing a strengthening maneuver. Now we're doing a lengthening. Strengthen, and we lengthen. Reach to the sky. Does that hurt your low back? It can if you have back issues like I have. Yoga has been a big help, but you have to be careful in yoga not to hurt your body. A lot of ballerinas, gymnasts, and dancers become yoga instructors. But you and I didn't do ballerina, gymnastics, and dance starting at the age of 2 in our lives, right? 99.9% of us don't have that background. So I'm real big on cueing and not trying to get real bendy when you first start your yoga practice. Not hurting your body. Let's take the hands behind. Open up chest and shoulders. How's that feel? Nothing against the ballerinas and gymnasts and dancer yoga instructors. But some of them don't realize we can't do what they're doing, right? And I never will be able to do it. And that's okay. There's no competition in yoga. All right, release your hands. Inhale. And exhale. We're turning to the right. Left elbow outside of my right leg. And I'm twisting and turning my upper body as I stretch out more muscles here. Looking up over my right shoulder. I'm going to look back down at the mat, take this to one more level here. Bring the left hand down. Step up onto your back toes as an option. You can stay kneeling if you want to. And then right arm to the sky. You can leave your right arm up or wrap it around behind your back. This is called crescent moon. Revolved crescent moon is what we're doing. Some people go all the way into multiple progressions. And the more you get seasoned in your yoga practice, the more maneuvers and progressions you can add to your practice. Let's bring the right hand back down and we're gonna step forward. Oh, forward fold. That feels good. Inhale halfway up and exhale back down. This time step back with your right foot and kneel down. Left leg is in front this time. And again, I'm trying to use as much of the mat as I can and stretch. Open my quads, hips. Reach to the sky and get a deeper stretch. Right here. Opening the arms. Feels good to do that. Inhale. Exhale, bringing your hands behind your back. Now for the men participants, you're gonna start getting your shoulders opened up, maybe for the first time in your life, and it feels fantastic. Helps you in your other workouts. It helps you in your game of disc golf, which is why I came to Evergreen Park this morning, because I can play disc golf after yoga. It might help you in swimming, weight training. It's going to help all your other workouts to start opening things up. Let's inhale back up. Exhale, and you're turning left this time. Your right elbow outside of your left leg. And that's giving me the leverage to rotate my upper body to the side on the long axis. I'm turning. And staying mindful of my low back. Looking back down at the mat, right hand down, step up onto your back toes as an option. Left hand's going to the sky or wrapping around behind your back. Half bind. Right hand is here. Some people bring the right hand over here or here. So this is showing you some future or current options for yourself. We're going to unwind, unwrap, and come back to both hands. And then stepping forward. Forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Let's step back to down dog. Roll up onto your toes. Roll forward to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale down. And we're going to kneel down and take a child pose. Nice job, you guys. I'm going to take a 1 minute rest right now. A little break. Breathe and relax. Some people are very insistent. Don't drink any water. I'm going to sip some water whenever I need to. So I'm going to sip a little water right now. I invite you to do the same thing. I'll even invite you to sip on your cappuccino during yoga class. What we encourage you to do is not practice yoga with a full belly. And that gives the blood supply to your internal organs rather than your body concentrating on digestion in the middle of a yoga workout. So I don't want to fill my belly up with water, but a couple of sips. And that feels better. Now, we're going to start some work on the mat. We're going to stay on the mat for the remainder of the class. Excuse me. We're going to come back to our feet for one quick thing. I forgot. Single leg balance. Let's come up, walk forward, and stand all the way back up slow. We'll make this easy this morning. Inhale. Exhale. And let's just try a real simple single leg balance. We're going to stand on our right leg and bring the left knee into your hand. And see how you do with balance. You can take the left leg over here if you want to. If you want to do more. And reach your right arm out to the side as a counterbalance. And if that's way too easy for you, you can always grab your foot. And I'm not going to be locking my leg out in a toe hold this morning. If I was Jamie Lee Burkham, I would do that automatically with my eyes closed and one hand tied behind my back. But I'm not her, man. I can just do the simpler stuff. All right. She's a fellow instructor of mine. I like to tease on these videos. Let's bring the right knee up to your hands. Right leg over to the side. Left arm here. It's a challenging thing to do if you're still waking up this morning. But focus your eyes on one spot in front of you and breathe. Keep breathing. And again, if you're way high up in the yoga world, you may wish to try a toe hold. And look at your other hand. Whoa! How'd that go? Step down when you're ready. Well done. All right, now we'll come down to the mat. We're going to do a couple of core maneuvers and a lot of stretching on the mat. Again, it's a morning practice, so you may not be ready or wish to do deep stretching, but just getting the body moving, getting the blood flowing throughout head to toe muscle groups, and getting a little good start to your day here. Now I'm gonna get my chest up and bring my feet off the mat and see if I can maintain balance here as I move toward boat pose. And then if I'm feeling it, I can release my hands with my feet off the mat. And if you have a very high ranking position in yoga, like the person I talked about before, you may be able to bring your feet up here. Whoa! Boat pose. Now, some of those same people that are way high up in yoga can do this or this. Well, I'm really wobbly this morning. I'm not on flat ground. And my body's still waking up. And then we'll bring it back down and relax back into a cross-leg position. Easy pose. Now we're going to do a sequence of leg stretch and hip opening at the same time. And that'll also help us to counter stretch our abdominals from doing the ab work just now. So we're going to bring the right leg out, extended out in front of you. Left foot tucked in. Okay. Then inhale. Exhale and stretch right down the middle, down the straight leg. And you may or may not be able to grab your foot. I'm going to lower my camera angle so you can see me a little bit better, maybe, on the mat. How's that? Okay, there we go, a little better. Good, breathe with me a couple of more breaths. And then release and come back up when you're ready. We're going to turn to the right a little bit. And we're stepping the right foot all the way across and over your left leg. So I need to there. I want to make sure you can see me. There we go. So we were here. Now we're going to be here. Okay. Left arm comes back across your body. The best cue I can give you on here is your right hand is behind you and you're pressing away from the ground to maintain a tall spine. Now inhale, exhale, and turn your shoulders to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Then we'll release back to the center. Good job. Other side. Left leg is extended. Right foot is tucked in. Inhale. And exhale. So I'm aware that a lot of my muscles are tight this morning. Body's still waking up. So I practice my yoga without judgment. I'm just paying attention to the sensations in my body from moment to moment without judgment. Can you do that? It takes a lot of practice. We're conditioned to be hard on ourselves and critical. Coming back up. But when they invented yoga 25 centuries ago, the Vedic priests gave us instructions to approach our yoga with three things: patience, discipline, and self-acceptance. Those are the three instructions for a yoga practice that we have from the ancient scrolls. I don't know if they were scrolls. Let's turn left a little bit. Step your left leg over your right leg. Right arm is crossing back over. Left hand's behind me, and it's going to keep me in that tall spine position. Inhale. Exhale and turn. And release back to the center. Very good. Let's follow that up. I'm sneaking in some stretches that are specifically designed for internal organ circulation, blood circulation to your organs. That was one of them just now that we did. This is another one. I'm making a diamond shape out of my legs, and it's called butterfly. If my feet came all the way in, I would be in cobbler. That's a groin hip stretch. Butterfly is more of a back stretch and a hamstring stretch. So we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale and stretch forward here. Or some people take their hands under, and that might work for you. But we're going to drop our chin down and let our back get into a rounded position and resist the temptation to pull ourselves down to the ground. Just let gravity bring you down. Don't pull with your arms, and don't crank your body into a real deep stretch. Just kind of surrender your body weight down to the ground like this. Then we're going to release back up. Do you remember that bridge that we did in warm-ups? We're going to do that again right now. So bring your knees together. Slide forward. Lay flat on your back. Touch your heels. Inhale. Exhale and bridge up. Arch open. Stretch it open. Inhale. Exhale all the way back down to the ground. Slowly coming down. Knees into your hands. Side to side stretch. Nice and gentle. We'll come back up. Right now, the next one, I know it seems very similar to the other stretches, but I'm kind of doing an efficient way and trying to do a beginner yoga with you this morning. So I'm going way easy on a lot of the stretches that would have harder stretching options. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring the right foot on top of the left leg. And this is called half lotus. Half lotus. And if my right knee, as it used to do, is up here, that means I have way too tight of muscles to do a half lotus just yet. So I would put this foot down here. Put your foot on the ground if your knee is in this position. A lot of people, the first time they do yoga, their hips are wide open. It's like, I couldn't do that. It took me years to get my hips open. Now we're sitting tall, and we're going to take the left arm back across our body, and guess what? Right hand is pressing away. So we're turning and rotating the spine again, looking over your right shoulder. Emphasizing thoracic vertebra is what's going to turn versus lumbar. Lumbar spine, low spine is not supposed to do this, by the way. It's not designed to rotate on the long axis. So we try to keep our belly engaged and our hips and belly going in the same direction. And we turn the shoulder, not the low back, the middle and upper back. And releasing back to the center. Good. Here's the hip opening phase of this stretch. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale and fold forward. Now this time you're going to feel that right hip getting a good stretch as you fold forward. Right hip should be feeling that. Breathe in and out. And then we'll release back up. We're going to go to the other side and then get you ready for Shavasana. Oh, I love the sound of a chainsaw in the morning, don't you? It's just beautiful. It's beautiful music. I'm saying that out loud to acknowledge the noise and to try to bring myself to a place of acceptance of things that are not in my control. All right, left foot's coming up. Left foot up, half lotus, or left foot on the mat in front of you. Okay. Right arm coming across your body. Left hand supporting me. Back here, left arm. Turning shoulders. Inhale. Exhale and turn a little more. Good. Release back to the center. Nice job. Inhale back up. Exhale. Oh man, that felt good. My hips needed that stretch. Let's come back up and bring your legs back out to the front. Just shake your legs out a little bit. I'm gonna have you guys lay on your back when you're ready. Keep your body warm. Do you have, a beanie or a scarf or a hoodie? It's good to bring that to yoga class and just kind of cover up at the end for deep relaxation, which we call Shavasana. And then you're just laying in a little cocoon for about 5 minutes, right? So we're gonna lay down and you can start with the soles of your feet together, knees falling open and arms at your side. And that might feel good on your low spine. Or you can stretch out long on your mat and lay long and tall. And as you're settling into Shavasana, I'm just going to talk a little more about yoga. But I'll let you rest for a couple of minutes first. So when I start talking again, it doesn't mean you have to stop Shavasana. You can stay and relax as you hear my voice. So enjoy your restful restoration, we call it. Deep relaxation. Letting your body recover and heal and find stillness. Doesn't that feel good? To give your body the gift of yoga. Millions and millions and millions of people have been practicing yoga for 2,500 years. An ancient system of preparing oneself for meditation, following the physical practice of yoga. We feel lighter and we're thinking clearly. Two of the greatest benefits. That's what puts us in that state of mind for a day of mindfulness. So you may not be meditating for the rest of the day today, but you're going to be in a different mindset. You just reset your entire limbic system. In the last hour, you released endorphins and you gave yourself good natural doses of dopamine and you've made yourself feel better. And you've brought yourself back to balance. I just wanted to mention that the physical limbs of yoga are only 2 of the 8 limbs of yoga. And that's what we did together today. Those are asana and pranayama. Asana are the poses and the postures. Pranayama is the awakening of the life force energy through conscious breathing, through that very important breathing aspect of our yoga that you stayed with me the whole time. But I just wanted to let you know that the asana practice, every asana, every posture and pose, which is what that word means, every pose in yoga has a specific design to remove some blockage in your body and to help you discharge stress. Discharge, it's out of your body. So following yoga, we've done about 4 hours of a deep nap equivalent, right? We've gotten rid of stress, we've rejuvenated ourselves, and we've brought ourselves back to vibrance and calmness kind of at the same time. You'll love if you continue the yoga practice. Say 3 times a week at least. So thank you so much. Can I read a poem from James Mahali? We have time. I'm reading excerpts. James Mahali, the New Yogi Manifesto. He's a friend of ours. He's done spoken word performances for our fundraisers for Prison Yoga. One of my favorite poems in his book is called The Drought. The Drought. The drought refers to the state of mankind. Like, whoa, we're in a drought here. Where's our soul? Where's the love in the world? So it's a sad and deep poem, but at the very end, the part I'm going to read to you is he shows hope. He shows there's hope here. Don't lose hope. And here are some of the lines that I want to read. He says, 7 billion kings and queens sharing the crown of stillness. Like he imagines every human on the planet coming together as one in stillness. The crown sparkles with inner peace. It gleams with humility and compassion. And it fits your head perfectly. How good it feels to not be shackled by a single ounce of pride, to no longer crave approval or recognition, to no longer be in the grip of fear, and to finally have defeated jealousy, pettiness, to be enthroned in the present moment in the middle of a yoga class, listening to a choir of silence. I love that line right there. Never has there been such beauty in the world as a group of people waking up to their true nature, no longer separate, but putting on the crown together, this crown of stillness and unity. Your crown on your head fits perfectly in this moment forever. I love that poem. All right, if you're still laying down, again, you don't have to move anywhere. If you're back, if you've moved around and rolled over and stretched and kind of ready to sit back up, you can join me in a kneeling or sitting position. Let's lift the shoulders up and back. Inhale. Exhale, relax your head to the side. One more time. Roll your head. The other side. Oh my gosh, my neck feels better now. It's more relaxed, side to side. Oh, yoga works. Back to the center. Inhale your arms up. Palms to touch. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do a peace mantra for inner peace today. How about that? Can we start our week off? Focus on inner peace. It's a real simple set of phrases. You can repeat these phrases to yourself that I'm saying to myself. I'm going to try today to be in a state of peacefulness and calm. These words are going to reinforce that in my mantra. You ready? Today, peace is my nature, not conflict. And today I have internal peacefulness, harmony, calm, clarity. Peace is my true nature. Inhaling your thumbs to your third eye center, bridge of your nose. Exhale, folding forward. I say to you, namaste. Namaste. I bend to you. That's the literal translation of the word namaste. I bend to you. In other words, I bow to you. Honor, respect, appreciation, love. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, sharing your yoga practice with me today. Have a great rest of your day. Please donate if you can. Tell other people about, we're trying to get more traffic on the Zoom yoga, and everybody and their brother is doing Zoom. This is our little grassroots local cause. It's changed hundreds of lives of inmates. Prison Yoga Santa Barbara. If you think that's impressive, you should see what PYSB, teaching in jails and prisons, what that does for us teachers. The gift that we get in the gratitude and love from the inmates, who I consider to be my brothers and sisters. I could tell you so many amazing stories. You'd be bawling, you'd be crying at things that have happened that are beautiful and amazing to me in my experience teaching at the jail. It's transformed my whole life. And I write about that in my website, my blogs, MikeLewisYoga.com. But you guys have a great rest of your day. There are plenty of more classes. Prison Yoga Project is on the Facebook page. Prison Yoga Santa Barbara, PYSB, Facebook. There's a link to that on my page. And thanks a ton just for your support, man. We appreciate it. You know, and have a great day. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Every Monday. Bye-bye.